Good afternoon, teacher. I am Lina Gomez, and this is my identity card. The topic for today is explain the use and characteristics of summarizing strategies by applying them summarize information. So we are going to see the first strategy. This is SAC strategy. According to Bayer's 2018, SAC has the next meaning. The first letter is state, name, or title of the article, book, or story. Vowel A, assign, author's name. The second vowel A, action, what the author is doing. And the last letter C, complete the sentence or summary with keywords and important details. Advantages, which are they? It strips away redundant and extraneous examples, and it saves the main idea and crucial details that support them. We have an example of this strategy. You can see in the first part is the original text, but now I am going to read only the summarized version. The topic is oral communication. What is oral communication? It is the process of expressing information or ideas by talking. Speaking is essential because speech is effective only if the listener has understood it. Besides, speech is used in conversations, discussions, and so on. Next strategy is 5Ws, 1H strategy. Uh, According to the same authors, Bayers, it's used for students with different levels, and it's focused on the use of the following questions. They are, who's the story or text about? What did the author do? When did action take place? Where did the story happen? Why did the main character do what she did? How did the main character do what she did? Advantage of this strategy. It lies the following attributes. Simple. No need for trying to answer question systematically. Ask question one at a time and comprehensive. The example. First, the letter W is called Y verbs, and which are they? Who, what, when, where, why, how. This is original text. And now the summarize. As oral communication reflects the persistent and powerful role of language and communication in human society. This is the example of the strategy 5Ws. And now we have the third strategy. This is first, then finally. This strategy is used when students have trouble deciding what to include when summarizes fiction. And the two words represent the beginning, action, main action, and conclusion of story. First, what happened first include the main character and main event. Then, what key details took place during the event? Finally, what were the results of the event? Advantage. It helps students summarize events in chronological orders. We have the example. In this source, we can find the original story. The story is about Pinocchio. And now I am going to read only the summary. First, Geppetto, an old carpenter, carved a puppet named Pinocchio and fair at life to Pinocchio, but that must always be a good boy. However, he was quiet, nothing, and rarely spoke the truth. Then he left the school to join a circus. Now he began to miss Geppetto and heard that his father had been swallowed up by a huge whale, and finally they reached home safely, and the fair turned Pinocchio into a real flesh and blue boy. Finally, we have the fourth strategy. Somebody won it, but so then. It's an excellent summarizing strategy for stories. Each word represents a key question related to the story essential elements. The first keyword, somebody. Who's the story about? Wanted. What does the main character want? Bad. Identify a problem that the main character encountered. So, how does the main character solve the problem? Then, tell how the story ends. Advantages. It helps students make generalizations. Um, it's a good summarizing strategy as your go-to because it applies to many texts and kids find it easy to remember once they have had a lot of exposure to it. The example, the same way in the source we have the original text, in the chart we have the summary. You can see the first word somebody, it contains the main character. This is the big bad wolf. And the second keyword, wanted, is what, pegs for dinner. Next, bad, this is problem. They kept hiding in new homes made of straw, sticks, and brick. Next is a solution. The wolf blew down the houses except for the one made of brick. And finally, we have then this is the ending. The ending is that pigs were safe and the wolf went hungry. The last one slide is about reference. You can see here. And that's all. Thank you for your attention.